Three men set out on a journey, seeking a quiet place for relaxation and worship. They headed towards a mountain where they found a small cave that seemed perfect for spending some time in reflection and remembrance. The three of them entered the cave and lit a fire to illuminate the space. They began talking about their lives, their good deeds, and the blessings that God had bestowed upon them. Suddenly, a massive rock fell from the mountain and completely blocked the entrance to the cave. They tried to push and move it, but the rock was too heavy for them to budge. They realized that they would not be able to leave unless a miracle from God occurred. One of them said, "Nothing will save you from this rock except calling upon God with sincere good deeds you have done for His sake." They all agreed on this idea, and each began to remember a good deed he had performed. The first man said, "Oh God, I had elderly parents, and I would not drink my milk before they drank theirs. One night I was late, and I found them asleep, so I stood by their bedside until they awoke and had their drink. Oh Lord, if I did this seeking your pleasure, relieve us of this predicament we are in." The entrance opened a little, but the rock did not move completely. The second man said, "Oh God, I loved a woman intensely, and I offered her indecency when she was in need of money, but she reminded me of you. So, I refrained from wrongdoing out of fear of you, despite having the opportunity. Oh Lord, if I did this seeking your pleasure, relieve us of this predicament we are in." The rock moved a bit more, but the way out was still blocked. The third man said, "Oh God, I was in business, and I gave a laborer his wages, but he left it and departed. I invested his money until it multiplied greatly. Years later, he came to me, and I returned to him everything that belonged to him without withholding anything. Oh Lord, if I did this seeking your pleasure, relieve us of this predicament we are in." After the third man's prayer, the rock moved completely and the cave entrance was opened. Sunlight streamed in, and the men realized that God had answered their prayers because of their sincerity and good deeds. The men emerged from the cave, grateful to God for their rescue. They were filled with faith and certainty that God does not let the reward of those who do good be lost. The three returned to their lives, closer to God. They were determined to share the story with their families and friends as a lesson for people that sincerity and good deeds are the paths to salvation in this life and the hereafter.